Me and Mal are sitting at a coffee shop right now.
And their 9-year-olds looking at us and laughing.
I feel bullied.
Lindsay Horan?
Rose Lavelle.
Rose Lavelle.
Rose. Rose. Yes. That's like their peers were looking at them because they're 9. Yeah, we were at Starbucks and like me and Rose are just like sitting and reading, and these girls like keep on looking over at us and like laughing, and like they weren't like, they had no clue like who we are. Like they were like actually like laughing at us. I was like, what is going on? They're so much younger than us. Yeah, I felt bullied too.
All right, 2 things coming out of that clip. First off, Pino just low-key roasted them. I love that. Second, Piers, 9 years old, they have so much fun. Yeah, I
love that just banter between them and other people too.
They clearly have some fun. The second thing I want to talk about before we talk about this U.S. Women's National Team. Okay, this is kind of cool. I want you guys to see this. Don't say anything, I just want to talk about this for a second. Girondin du Bordeaux, you guys may have heard, they just signed Khadija Bonnet-Shaw. And this one got a jersey from the president of the club. Like, I have to flex for her because she's not gonna do it, but like, are you serious right now? I literally, every day I hang out in my room for a while. I like talk to the crew, I chill with the crew. She goes and chills with like diplomats, presidents. Like, our lives are slightly different. But
we're the same.
The
most important part about this is that we just talked about how the Jamaican team has changed the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have them come to the first ever Women's World Cup, and then you have Bunny Shaw signing a big contract with a big club. Game changer.
It's crazy how you wore that shirt because it makes perfect sense. All right, let's talk about this U.S. Women's National Team. We just saw Mal Pugh. She probably won't be starting this tournament for the U.S. Women's National Team. But in my opinion, she could probably start for 85% of the teams in this World Cup. This team is so deep. And the question I have for you, Karina, is if the U.S. put their second team, their second 11, into the World Cup, how far do you think they'd go? I will give you my thoughts. I think they could get to quarters. I think they could possibly make a semifinal if they got a little bit lucky. But they're so deep.
They are deep. New format. I'm gonna go agree.
Oh wow! I thought she was gonna be like, well, here's one you're wrong.
No, new format. Top third place teams go through.
Yeah.
The U.S. bench is so deep. We've said it again. It's the deepest team. I would agree with you. Okay,
so talk to me a little bit about your direct experience with this team. You have played against them many times. What's it like? And because the matches between U.S. and Canada have always been so tight, and then there hits that moment when there's the difference maker. What is that difference maker? Talk to me about it.
Every single time. Well, here it is. Seriously, we're going usually 65th minute. We're good.
Yeah.
And then you see
everything's
the heat
cruising,
map, the
chilling.
heat map, and you see the drop because of the fitness. And then you see the rise. You're like, oh, we can do it. And then referee blows the whistle, substitution, and then comes Carli Lloyd.
2 Ballon d'Or.
Christen Press.
Okay, she's
Mallory Pugh.
Okay.
It's just like, it's just not fair
It's
sometimes.
disheartening, isn't it?
Here you go. You know what? Anyway, let's go. Is there something
you said a name there, Christen Press.
Yes.
And it's crazy. We have video with her. That's wild. Can we get that?
Press?
Bring it.
Alex Curry here with Christen Press, and it is time to turn up the AC. Now, the fans sent in these questions. We're going to jump right into it. The first one comes from Mama Bear, who wants to know, what is your most memorable moment with the U.S. national team?
No doubt about it, being at the ticker tape parade after the last World Cup. After we won, and we were just celebrated by all of New York City, and just seeing the joy on everyone's faces, I think really put into perspective why we do what we do.
Moving on to Gabby, in your own opinion, how much has women's soccer evolved since the last World Cup?
So much. I think that it's a pivotal moment for women's sports, for women everywhere, and women's football has grown so much in the support, in the professionalism, and also in the style of play. This is going to be the most competitive World Cup ever, and the goal is that we say the same thing next round.
Now Now we're going to wrap it up with Holly. Which team do you think is going to be your biggest challenge in this tournament?
That's always a tough one. I don't think my mind works that way. What I hope is that we are every single team's toughest opponent.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and fans, thank you for sending in the questions.
All right, we talked about how deep this team is.
Well, first of all, shout out to Alex Curry for that. That's
Shout out, turn that AC up.
Yep.
It's a little cold right now, so we don't
Okay.
need that. But later in the tournament, when
heat
it
up.
gets warm, because it is the summer, we need that more.
Yeah.
More.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
You were asking.
I want to talk to you about your favorite or most impactful super subs. For me, the woman that was just on the screen, Christen Press. She's so quick. She has such a quick release, and you know a lot about that. I believe she's two-footed. Her runs in behind. She's so direct. Coming off the bench, she's terrifying for an opposition player, I think, for opposition defenses. So she's my #1 impactful super sub. And I like the way you nodded there.
I nod
it makes me feel
because-
good when you agree
yeah.
with me that wholeheartedly.
I agree with you all the way, except to
pick a
I'm
different
gonna
player.
choose somebody else.
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
I will agree. Christen Press played with her Chicago Red Stars. Phenomenal finisher. Can hit both legs. I mean, she obviously has worked on her game. But I'm gonna go. Oh, here's some finishing. Yeah, there you go. Press, over press, over press, over press. And she's sick on the ball. She sees the game well. She played overseas too to even define her game to a further. But she can find the back of the net like few others. But my pick.
It's
Drum
not
roll.
Press.
I agree with you, but Carli Lloyd, come on.
Okay.
Two-time Ballon d'Or. Okay?
Two-time Ballon
Let's
d'Or.
say if Carli Lloyd misses 9 shots, she's still going to take the 10th shot with confidence.
Yeah.
She
just
always
puts
is.
it out of
She
her
plays
head.
like she has something to prove, but the biggest thing is not to other people, it's to herself. Because she knows how great she is. And a lot of people were like, why isn't she starting? Carli Lloyd's going to impact this World Cup, whether she starts or she comes in the 80th minute, 90th minute, no matter what. You saw her in the Women's World Cup final 4 years ago. She was beast mode there. She will do it again. Mark my words, she will be a difference maker in this World Cup. And it's not just because of her finishing ability, it's her mindset. Her mindset separates her from everyone else. And that is why Carli Lloyd is moi pick. You like how I said moi?
Yeah.
Because we're in France?
That was
Moi.
French. That's actually perfect French.
Yeah.
I've been studying.
Yeah.
And they told me,
Thanks,
I also hear it in my ear, that's perfect French.
Yeah, moi pick.
Now we had a great game today, Australia, Italy. Let's look at these highlights really quickly.